So, going a little bit towards uh, the new issues that's coming up in the region. So it's more about Macedonia. In last year, in 2021, 22, we saw Serbian Patriarchate granting the autocephaly to the Macedonian Orthodox
Yes.
Church, Orchid Archbishopric, and we have also seen uh, the uncanonical Macedonian church, their return towards being canonical church. And it was really a big joyful event as the
Yeah.
split or the conflict between the Orchid Archbishop Oric and the uncanonical Macedonian Orthodox Church was resolved. But after that, we have seen that many Orthodox patriarchates, including that of our ecumenical patriarchate and that of Greek metropolis, was not ready to accept the unity or the autocephaly or their independence of Macedonian
That's
Orthodox
that's
Church.
the political question, because the Greeks don't recognize Macedonians as a nation, as a name, as identity, and it's the same with the church, with the state. So that's the political question of Greek nation. Unfortunately, Greeks are big nationalists, and ever seen in history. Even if we look Oriental Orthodox, I think that that division among Eastern Orthodox and Oriental Orthodox was the first time because of nationalism, of Greek nationalism. Copts, Ethiopians, Indians, Assyrians, and Armenians, they didn't allow to Greeks to rule them, to be over them. And that's why what was happened. I don't say it wasn't theological question. Yes, it was also theological questions, but the first of all was political and the cultural question too. It's the same today in Macedonia. Even we don't have theological questions among Greeks and the non-Greek churches. We share same faith and the same dogmatic definitions, but the problems is still political. And the Greeks would like to be over the Macedonian church, the Serbian church, and the all other churches, including today in Russia and Ukraine. As you see, they recognize the false Ukrainian church under Metropolitan, so-called Metropolitan Epiphany. And that's the problem. And the Greeks, and unfortunately, I don't want to say ecumenical because he's a Constantinople patriarch. Constantinople Patriarch Bartholomew, he created problems everywhere in the world, unfortunately, and that's some kind of Phanerist thesis to rule over all Orthodox, and that's some kind of Eastern Papism, like Father George Maximov from the Russian Orthodox Church said that definition. That's the heretical teaching of the Constantinople Eastern Papism, unfortunately, and it's very dangerous. For first of all for Eastern Orthodox churches, then for Oriental Orthodox churches, and then for all other churches in the world. If we would like to be united in one church and to share one faith, we cannot say dogma about infallibility of Pope. Neither is a Western Pope or Eastern Pope. The Orthodox Church never known for any kind of Pope over all bishops in the Church, or Patriarch over all bishops. Patriarch is a first, but he's not a first as some person who is the Vicarius Filius Dei, but he's equal to other bishops, but only preside with honor in some church. That's question of theology, but you see, that's the problem with Macedonia today, and they didn't recognize Tomos granted by the Serbian Orthodox Church. That's the only reason, because they believe they could grant Tomos, but how they could grant Tomos to the Macedonian Orthodox Church? The Macedonian Orthodox Church, Ohrid Archbishopric, never was under jurisdiction of Constantinople Patriarchate. Maybe in that time when it was occupied by Turks in Ottoman times, but it's the same with the Serbian Church. 1767, 1766. that was the end of the Ohrid Archbishopric and the Patriarchate of Peć for the Serbian Orthodox Church. And that was the problem. And then Phanariots and the Constantinople created their own hierarchy, hierarchs here in this area. And then after Ottoman times and the First World War started with the Serbian Orthodox Church. Unfortunately, Ohrid Archbishopric didn't, how can I say, refresh, and that's starting. And then the Serbian Orthodox Church gave the apostolic succession to the Macedonian bishops after Second World War. And then we started with the Macedonian Orthodox Church, Ohrid Archbishopric, and today we have the Macedonian Orthodox Church, Ohrid Archbishopric as Autokefalos Church. But we must say it's the Macedonian Orthodox Church is Apostolic Church, and it's the old one in this area, because it was the former Ohrid Archbishopric through history.
So my next question, as now the Holy Synod of Serbia Patriarchate is happening there in Belgrade, in Saint Sava Cathedral. My question is about, recently we heard about plans of Serbian Orthodox, Macedonian Orthodox Church and Archbishop Stefan about the full unity between the Archbishop, with the Archbishop Jovan of Ohrid.
Stefan and Jovan, yes.
Between Stefan and Johan. And
yes, because now we have two structures there in Macedonia. In the meantime, canonical is Archbishop Stefan, and the second structure is Archbishop Jovan. And now today, on this session of bishops of the or assembly of the bishops of the Serbian Orthodox Church, they will decide, like was decided in the Skopje before a few weeks, to unite Archbishop Stefan and the Archbishop Jovan into one church, because Archbishop Jovan should enter into canonical Macedonian Orthodox Church.
What type of resolutions will be there? Like, how can this be done? Like both Jovan and
probably they will say that the Archbishop Jovan is not anymore a member of the assembly with his bishops, a member of the assembly of the Serbian Orthodox Church, and they will unite with the Macedonian Orthodox Church, Ohrid Archbishopric, and probably they will give them dioceses, or I don't actually, we don't know what will happen, but it's important to know that I think so from today assembly sessions in the further time, they will be united with the Macedonian Orthodox Church, or they will be returned to home, as some people in Skopje would like to say. That they will be returned to home, to their own church, and then the question about Macedonia with this is, we can say, over or finished. We're two independent churches, the Serbian Orthodox Church and the Macedonian Orthodox Church of Archbishopric, but we are one Orthodox Church in the world, like we are with the Russian Orthodox Church, the Georgian Orthodox Church, etc., etc. So that's not so important, but it is important to definitely that this is Autokefalos independent church, and they have a proper right and to be what they are. So it is very bad when you see some voices from Greece, from Constantinople Patriarchate, and they denied that, or said there is no Macedonian church, just Ohrid Archbishopric, but even not Ohrid Archbishopric, but Ecclesia tis Achridis means the Church of Ohrid. It's some new church, some new nation, that's very, very dangerous. and unfortunately, they have some followers, even in Serbia, even in Macedonia, even because the people, some people likes papism, and either Eastern, neither Western. So they are ready to serve that idea, and unfortunately, they believe that that the church is created in one person. Some will say in Constantinople Patriarchate, others will say in Vatican, but we know it is not true. And the church could be just apostolic, or in Russian, Soborna. We believe in one holy Catholic and apostolic church, we said. Or vjeruju jednu svjatu i sobornu i apostolsku crkvu.
So what's the point, or what's the opinion of the Macedonian government on all these things? Are they trying to stand with the Metropolitan of Greece and the Patriarch of Constantinople, or are they going to stand with the independent Orthocephalous ideas of Macedonian Orthodox Church? What's the political stand, or where the government stands in these issues?
Well, actually, I don't know. The Macedonian Orthodox Church would like to be independent Orthodox Church, like other Orthodox churches are, and that's the policy of the church. Even in that church, you can find some followers of Constantinople. But it's the same like in Serbia. It's the same. We have in Serbia, in some Western dioceses in America, same question. Because where is the problem? Even if Patriarch Bartholomew grants some tomos to Macedonians or to other churches, he just want to see that church in area of state. For instance, the church in Macedonia would be independent, but in area of state of Macedonia. But all other dioceses out of Macedonia, which are Macedonians, should be Greeks. That's the same recipe for the Serbians, what Constantinople have. Also for Ukrainians, also for Russians. So even they created the Orthodox Church in Ukraine, false Orthodox Church. They said this is independent church, but in area of state of Ukraine. But all other Ukrainian dioceses in the world are under Greeks and are Greek. So that's the main problem, and that's the problem of Eastern Papism, of course, because he believes that he's the first one and the first of all, and he's upon all the bishops in the church, and that's not Orthodox Church teaching.
So going further,
that's the Latin teaching. That's the Roman Catholic teaching.
Of course, that's Latin teaching. But we nowadays we can see that it's tried to they are trying to adopt it to the Eastern Christianity, particularly the Byzantine churches. So my next question is on the same thing.